everybody, it's a Vertical Sandwich. Welcome back to Let's Play Outer Wilds. So in our last video, we finally got to the anglerfish overlook. So now what we're gonna do is so now what we're gonna do is find a way to die. Sun is always a nice way to die. Because I want to maintain the information we found. Because the anglerfish will update our log. Or there will be updated anglerfish information in our log. Now we know that they're blind, which means that theoretically you can get past them by you know, stuff. You can get past them by not using, by not running into them and not using your engines. If you can float past them, you can make it. Apparently, it seems really hard to me, but whatever. It is the way things. It is the way things are. So now that we know how to get in there pretty easily, we just have to avoid the sandfall because it's killing our propulsion through that one area. Now we should be in good shape. I mean, I suppose on some level I actually really kind of should watch how I land because I might have to take off again. I mean, I don't anticipate having to take off anytime in the near future, but... Okay. I love that little shortcut. That's nice. I mean, obviously you're not meant to do it that way, but... I suppose once you get the hang of it, they don't care how you do it, probably. Okay. Alright. Okay. Love that. Barely a puncture. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. So this cord should lead us there. And we actually have to wait for this. So how's everybody doing? I've had doctor's appointments. I have stomach issues. Irritable bowel syndrome. Not great. But I am 40, so. But I've also taken up jogging. Fun stuff. Which, by the way, that's what this is all about, right? Because we can't accelerate through this, or we can't jet engine through this. So, yeah. So they did this. So we have to wait for this. I also lost my job. Although technically I'm still employed. They shut my plant down. So technically I have a job for, you know, a minute or two. So I have to wait for these to... It's fine. So yeah, so that's just been going on with me. I'll talk about some of that stuff a little more later. Okay. Okay, I can't get through there. I see, okay. Man, why does it have to be like this? Why? Wait, why does it have to be like this? Why am I getting stuck in here? I shouldn't be getting stuck in here. Wow. You're a jerk, game. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like there's anything I can do with that. Okay, well this is neat that there's a thing like that going on, I guess, but what's all this about? Okay, I mean, I think this is a mean way to do what you're doing, game. Can't believe I made it. Okay, so this is somewhere. Okay, records show Nome arriving at the warp receiver on Brittle Hollow very slightly before departing from the White Hole Station. Remy and I are devising an experiment to test if this is a real phenomenon or simple machine error. In theory, what we want to try to reproduce is a negative amount of time elapsing between something entering the black hole and exiting the white hole at its destination. Initial things first, our experiment setup will first pair a small black hole core with a small white hole core to mimic the setup on the White Hole Station. Hypothesis: it is possible for an object to exit a white hole before entering the corresponding black hole. Well, okay, so time travel then. Alright, well this got us in. I mean, this is where we've been trying to get forever. Without even really knowing it. The Southern Observatory is asking if creating a 22-minute interval is possible. That is, to have something arrive 22 minutes before it is actually sent through the warp. We've learned the negative interval of time between departure and arrival can be increased by adding more energy to the warp core. Problematically, the energy required to extend the interval increases at an exponential rate. Hypothesis: creating a 22-minute long interval is possible, but we are currently unable to generate the necessary energy. The energy is currently unavailable, you say? You're a gas pie. Rami and I believe it would be necessary to invent a new method of producing energy, a thrilling but enormous undertaking. It would also require advanced warp technology able to handle such energy. We would also likely need an enormous space to fit these proposed new energy and warp technologies together. The only location large enough would be the Ash Twin. The Ash Twin project will be one of our biggest undertakings, metaphorically and physically. To build it, we need a way to travel quickly between Ash Twin and each location that holds crucial project materials. What if we used warp towers, like the one we have on the White Hole Station, to connect each planet directly to Ash Twin? Pokeroot and I can begin work on this immediately in the Black Hole Forge. This will keep us busy. Of note, each tower on Ash Twin will warp to a different planet. We can design each tower to visually reflect its warp destination. The giant steep tower, for instance, could resemble a cyclone, and we could add trees to the Timber Hearth Tower. Okay. I see. Huh. I mean, it makes sense. This door will need to remain closed for some time. Pi and I are running an experiment based on the extraordinary findings from the White Hole Station. An update. The High Energy Lab is now being used to design the Ash Twin project. If you're here to help, or even just to observe, be sure to use the Sunless City path to the lab. Rami and I will be running this experiment until one of us, specifically me, can prove the other wrong. So although it's inconvenient, the lab currently can only be accessed by the path from the Sunless City. Inviting sand inside would disrupt our setup and could have enormous consequences. We realize this is an intriguing prospect, but the door must remain closed nonetheless. Okay. Alright. What's going on here? High Energy Lab. Right. Yeah. But wait, am I outside? Like... I mean, I am. I'm just up by the thing, right? So, like, from... So I legitimately could have just walked down there at any point in time? So that's the door that has to stay closed, but Like, yeah, and so what? Can I... Whoa. So that will take me... So I found this area before, and this is like... Crash site caves. Okay, yeah, but who cares? Like, and I can't get through here. Like, at all. Which is fine, because I don't need to. But then if this was the whole point of this... Oh. Oh! Oh. Okay, I can remove a warp core, but then what? Oh. How do I change you to other places? Interesting. Okay, when we come back, more of this. Bye, everybody.